alligator, one of my favorite paintings. I am small, but my teeth are strong. I dig the deep tunnels, dark and long. Macomb giant catfish. Remember this guy, because we're going to mention him again. I set records with my size. I have no scales, whiskers, or teeth. The river I swim is long and wide, and it's hard to spot me underneath. Mexican spotted owl. I hide myself in tall old trees. When I have space, I feel at ease. Channel Island fox, and we're going to tell you a happy story about this guy. As a fox, I'm very small. My food is gray. Now I'm the golden eagle's food, much to my dismay. Polar bear. I can swim far with paddle-like paws, but when I turn around, the icebergs have melted away, and I cannot find ground. Now, are humans endangered? No, but we kind of cause some problems. So, I wanted to mention them because we can help solve the problems. As people, we control so much. The world's affected by our touch. So what can we do, you might ask? Tell others about these animals. Tell them they cannot wait. Without these species here on Earth, the impact will be great. You guys were such wonderful listeners. Let's go talk a little bit about some of these species, because there's some really neat things in here. All of these species that were chosen for this book are unique and special.
Yeah.
They're very different, and they all have a job to do in this world, and they all have a purpose. And that's something that's really neat, that we're all connected. Let's break down this poem for the giant panda. I am very shy and can smell things far away. Well, pandas have great smelling. Their nose works really well, so guess what? If people are walking to try to find a panda, they can smell them miles and miles away and get away and hide. So that's why they're very shy. They're kind of like, I smell something funny, I'm going to go hide. And so it's hard to find them. And one other thing that I mentioned in here, I'm not worried about deep sleep. What do bears do in the wintertime?
Go in their cave.
They go in their caves and they sleep, don't they? They hibernate. Giant pandas do not hibernate. They stay awake all year long. I mean, they sleep like you and I, but they don't hibernate. They don't go into sleep at wintertime.
Yeah.
And they're not afraid of becoming prey, which means they're not afraid another animal is going to eat them. And the reason why is because panda bears are big. But guess what they eat?
What?
Bamboo. They eat plants. They don't eat creatures. They don't eat any fruit. They eat one thing, and that's bamboo plants. And so, they're not going to eat another animal. So they're not afraid that they're going to get eaten because they look scary. They have big black circles around their eyes, and if another animal sees it, they go, whoa, those are some big eyes on that big bear. I'm not going to eat that. So they're not afraid of it. So that's something special.
I'm afraid.
You'd be afraid of the panda bear?
And that would get me.
Oh, that's good. Now, one thing that's really neat about the zebras and the tigers. How many of you know that you have a fingerprint? When you put it in ink and you put it on a paper, you have little lines that show your fingerprint, right? Now, everybody has a different fingerprint. Even identical twins have different fingerprints. And guess what? The zebras and the tigers' stripes are totally different from each other. They're completely unique, meaning that no zebra has the same stripe pattern, and no tiger does either. It's pretty amazing. We're almost done. I'm going to talk a few more things, and then we'll do some activities. Okay? Let's see. I'm going to pick the Carner blue butterfly to talk about. He's a specialized species. And what that means is that he only eats, kind of like the panda, but the caterpillar, what does a caterpillar become? Butterfly. You all knew the life cycle of a butterfly. A caterpillar becomes a butterfly, doesn't it? Okay, so if we have a caterpillar that eats only one plant, that's all it eats, and the plant disappears, and the caterpillar has nothing to eat, and they're not around, what do they never become? They never become a butterfly.
Butterfly.
That's right. It's a specialized species. And what's very scary about that animal is that if you move the plant and say, I'm going to plant the blue lupine for the caterpillars to eat over there, not here, because we're going to build a store here. Well, the Carner blue butterfly will only lay their eggs in the places they were born. So the best way you can help the Carner blue butterfly is to save their space and say, we're going to leave this plant right here. Because butterflies, like bees, are pollinators, aren't they? And they play a really important role on our planet. Okay, let me grab a couple more because I know we're getting all fidgety. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Channel Island fox. He's a very special little guy. Now the Channel Island fox is the size of a
House cat.
house cat. They're the cutest little fox. If you ever get to Santa Barbara Zoo, they have Channel Island fox. Now these fox are off the coast of California on an island. And these little guys eat the mice and the berries and the plants, and they eat everything, which means they have an array of food, a whole bunch of different kinds of food. They eat everything. They keep the island kind of balanced, okay, because they eat so many things. Now, when the island they wouldn't, but when the Channel Island fox got on their island, guess what? They had a friend bird that loved to be on the same island, and that was the bald eagle. And the bald eagle loves fish. Does not like to eat fox, loves to eat fish. So the two were on the island together, happy as can be. Well, we put some chemicals on the island, and, well, the bald eagle disappeared. They went away. So there were no big birds of prey. So the Channel Island fox went along and did his own thing, and the golden eagle spotted the island and said, there are no big